Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Have you been looking for me? Well, guess what? You found me in the kitchen with Angela, this Creole Roots girl. I'm coming to you today. I have a little small recipe I wanted to come before you with. I'm gonna make some boudin balls, but I'm gonna make it the easy way for you guys because normally if you make boudin balls, it takes a 2-day process, but I'm gonna make it easier for you. I have some boudin right here, pre-packaged, okay? So I'm gonna do some boudin balls. It's really quick. It's an easy way if you're not a person who like to cook or you're just in a rush, but you want something good like that. So come on in my kitchen, come on in my kitchen. I'm gonna do the fast, easiest way to do boudin balls, okay? All things New Orleans, you're in the kitchen with Angela. Come on and join me. All right, so I got everything that I need basically if I want to add anything extra. And this is the one I'm using. They have different types, but this is the one I'm using right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it out of its casings. And this is a pork. This is a pork and rice one. This is a boudin. So I'm just going to open it up and take it out of its casing. And we're going to set it up. I may add a little bit more to it. I may not. But this is a simple way, like I said, to do boudin. Just want to take the skin off. Oh, I almost lost a piece. So it's already set up in its rice and everything. So we're going to make some boudin balls, okay? And it's kind of hard, but it's okay. I'm going to add it to the bowl. I took it out of its casing, okay? And it's already filled with rice and everything. I'm gonna add some jalapenos in mine because this one is not spicy, okay? And I'm gonna add a little bit of the jalapeno juice to it as well. We got 2 eggs for the wash and some milk. So I'm just chopping up my jalapenos, dicing them. I don't want them to be too big. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dice them up a little bit. Add them in. Okay. And like I said, this mixture is pork, okay? This is pork and rice. Add a little bit more of the jalapeno juice in there. I want a little heat, or even a lot of heat. But I want all the bites to have that flavor. And here you have it. So it's just pork and rice. We have the bell pepper, onion, and season. Remember, they already had pre-did it because I pulled it out the pack. So I'm going to go ahead and add some mixture in there. An egg. and a few breadcrumbs. Gotta get that shell out of there. And get a little breadcrumbs in there. And then I'm gonna add the egg. To reform it into a ball, okay? So the breadcrumbs and the egg is what's gonna make it stick together, but we want to add it together and make a ball. It has a lot of moisture in there. But this is the ball, if you can see. So I'm going to put that one to the side. I just wanted to show you how I'm going to do it. Okay. And then I got to crack another egg because I have to make the egg wash. And I also need some flour because you're gonna put the balls in the flour and then back into the wash and then into the breadcrumbs. Okay. So I have my good old whole milk here. I gotta get my flour out. Remember, there's levels to seasoning. So I'm gonna add a little Tony Saturate Creole seasoning. Steps to flavor. I'm using panko breadcrumbs mixed with Italian breadcrumbs. Okay, I just had to wash my hands up a little bit. I'm back, you guys. I got to get my flour out because I have to go ahead and make sure I put them, I dip, excuse me. Sorry, you guys. Dip them in that flour. Okay, so I'm gonna season the flour as well. I'm not seasoning it in a great deal. It's just a little bit because every layer is gonna have seasoning, but you want it to blend together. Okay, so this is my flour mixture. And then I'm gonna place them on the tray as I do them. Sorry, you guys, I got a little choked up. So, like I said, this is one of the balls here. Okay, I put a little jalapeno and jalapeno juice in mine. That's how I wanted it. Give it a little kick of spice, you know. So I'm forming the balls from the breading mixture. Has a lot of liquid in there. So this is the simplest way to make the boudin balls. Okay. And once they're together, then I'm going to put them in the flour. Trying to make them a perfect ball though, if I can. If not, we're going to go with what we got. We're going to make it do what it do, right? You know my saying, we're going to make it do what it do. I'm okay, you guys. I had to just check that out. Check that face out a little bit. And after the balls are made, I'm getting some of the moisture out, letting it stick together, form and come to a ball, okay? So then once I coat it with all the coatings, Then we're gonna go ahead and put it in the fridge to rest for at least an hour. The longer, the better, until I'm ready to fry it. Then I'm gonna show you the finishing touches once I do fry it, okay? So these are easy remedy boudin balls, you guys. Making it my way. This is the pork version, okay? And instead of beef, I'm using pork. So it's a long process. Like I said, almost a 2-day process, because you have to cook the meat, you know. Then you got to grind the meat up. And then you add the rice and all the other seasonings. And there you have it, your boudin balls, you know. So I'm going to go ahead. This is the last one. This is a baby one. I guess this one's going to be for me. But once it's all sealed up together, it's some good eating. So I want to get every drop I can from this ball. And these are the balls here. I don't want none to roll. There's your boudin balls. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start the process. You take one ball, you roll it up in the flour base. Then you put it in the egg base. I'm getting the excess flour off of it. Roll it. And then you drop it. Uh-oh, I lost a little bit of it. You drop it in here. And you put it right there. So then I'm going to do the next one in the flour. The flour was seasoned already. Of course, you know, with the Tony Saturate. Then I'm going to drop the ball right in there. And put the braiding on it. Then I'm going to let them sit in the fridge. And we're going to fry them up after 30 minutes to an hour, okay? So I'm going to sit the ball there. Clean up my hands a little bit. Do the next one. And if you want to, you can put whatever you decide to put in there. You can even put cheese in there if you want. If you want to do something a little different, go ahead, add the cheese in there. So these are going to sit. And then we're going to deep fry them, okay? I want my balls to stay firm. Drop it in that. And like I said, each ball has to be coated so everything can stick, all the ingredients, right? So I'm going to drop it in there, roll it in the egg. And drop it in. We have 2 more balls to go. you the finishing touches. This is my last ball. Then we're going to do a quick cleanup. But then like I said, we're going to have to do this. We're going to fry it after. Uh-oh, got to get this one out. It fell apart. We're going to get it back together again. Let me wash my hands. We're going to fix it. That's all right. We're going to fix it, you guys. Only takes a little bit. Gonna mash it back together. It's gonna do what it do, okay? There it is. All right, it's back into its ball form. Then I'm gonna put it in the egg wash and drop it in. And then 30 minutes later, finishing touches is going to be deep fried boudin balls, you guys. I'm just cleaning off my hands. And I'll show you the balls. They're gonna go in the fridge for 30 minutes to an hour. Then we're gonna deep fry them, okay? So there you have it. That's our easy way to do boudin balls. Okay, I added some jalapenos in there to give it a little spice. It's already pre-made boudin, okay? I just took it out the pack. I added a little egg. Excuse me, I added egg and some Italian breadcrumbs to help it heat it together to make the ball form the ball. Then once I've done that, then I went with my flour, and then I went with my egg wash, and then back into the Italian breadcrumbs mixed with the panko. And what you do is you have to put it in the fridge to let it sit and form and stay together as a ball. Then once it's all together after an hour or so, you can go ahead and deep fry it. Regular oil, canola oil, peanut oils, whatever oil you use in your house. You don't want to use any oils that might make the flavor different. I'll stick to like canola oil or something like that. But I really like you guys. So now that I have let my boudin balls sit for an hour to 30 minutes, here they go. I'm going to start placing them in the preheated oil right here. And I'm going to do 2 at a time. Okay. I decided not to use a big pot. And I'm going to do 2 at a time. I'm going to let the balls fry. Okay. So I'm going to let them fry and coat for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Okay. Like I said, when you put food in, you don't want to disturb it too much. Let it start frying first. It's on about a medium, between a medium high and a medium setting, number 5. And I'm cooking the balls 2 at a time. Okay, until they become golden brown on all sides. I'm kind of deep frying them. They're actually taking a bath in oil, you know. It's not something I'm putting in the oven this time, but you can put them in the oven to cook them. but I decided to deep fry them. And here's one of the finished balls here. Let me let you see it. It turned out really pretty. It's nice and golden brown all over. And this is a nice, good old Boudin ball. That was my tester. It came out perfect. And I'm just going to make sure that they're cooking inside out. Because remember, we got this from the Boudin pack. But they're nice and pretty. I'm going to pull them out and place my balls to the side. And you can heat these up again. You can even put them in the air fryer. I'm doing 2 balls at a time because this is a small pot, okay? But they're coming out pretty nice. So just place it in the oil and letting them cook until they all golden brown all over. And when you're ready to eat them, you can heat them up in the oven again. You can heat them in a microwave or an air fryer even. So, but I decided to deep fry them. You know, we from New Orleans. Yeah, so I'm just gonna roll my balls over. They set for about an hour in the fridge after I assembled them. So each ball is coming out very pretty. I don't have my grease too high, you know, so it is on a medium. It's about, like I said, it's a 5 level. So it's right here. If you're looking, you guys, it's about a 5. Almost, you know, it's between 5 and 6. So I'm just making sure I turn them around. When I'm ready to eat them, like I said, you can reheat them with no problem. So thank you guys for joining me. And you're going to see the finishing touches on my easy Boudin balls. I didn't do it the 2-day process where you cook the meat, slow cook the meat. Then you got to grind up the meat. You know, I did it the easy way out for a person who works full time and don't have much time on her hands, or you're trying to feed your family, or you have a rush dinner party. Always come to an easy way, but it's still a good way. You know what I'm saying? And it's coming out beautifully. So, yes, each ball is coming out pretty awesome. I added a few more extra ingredients in mine, of course. I added some jalapeno juice and some chopped up diced jalapenos in my Boudin balls for a little spice. You could make a nice remoulade sauce or whatever sauce you want to make with this, you know. So my balls are coming out extremely beautiful. I'm really liking them. And if you follow my recipes and more, you won't be displeased. Trust me, you won't. I'm going to add this last one. It's a small one, so I'll add it in. Don't let it splash. This spoon is made for catching drippings and stuff, so don't let it splash, you guys. So those 3 balls are my last balls I got cooking. Of course, I'm going to show you the finishing touches. This is In the Kitchen with Angela, your Creole Roots 47 girl. Hi. Right now it's about the balls, so you got to see the Boudin balls, okay? So you see how easy it was to assemble the balls, and then just turning them around. Yeah, the oil is kind of high because I'm using a little pan, but I was careful. I know what I'm doing. I was careful not to just throw them in there. You don't never want to throw meat into grease anyway. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So I'm just letting them all cook up. This is the last ones. They're cooking all the way through because they're deep fried. And it's just some good Boudin balls. These are made with pork and rice, you guys. So this is the easy way out, unless you have time for the long process. I didn't, so I went this route, but they're still going to be tasty. So yeah, so they're cooking pretty well. Coming out very nice. I'm loving how they look. Aren't they pretty, you guys? Golden brown. Look at that beautiful color. Boudin balls, you guys. So we just have to let these last 3 cook. And they had moisture in them. So what I had to do was squeeze out some of the moisture to add the egg and the breading in there to make them combine together or come together and hold. Yeah. So this is a processed meat. It wasn't made from all the way from scratch. It was processed and brought to the store floor. So no, I didn't use meat from the butcher and then go ahead and do this. I actually skipped some steps, which is okay. So I'm going to turn off the grease. Okay. These are coming out pretty and golden brown, just like the rest of them. And I know you're saying, why is she using a slotted plastic spoon? This spoon is made for that. I use it all the time. Even when I'm cooking French fries or something, it doesn't do anything to the plastic. It's made for this, so it's okay. It's not like I'm letting it lay in there and then melting the spoon all together. It's actually, it holds together good, see? There's nothing wrong with the spoon at all. Doesn't even blister up or anything. So here are my boudin balls. I'm excited. I'm glad you took the trip with me today. Okay, in my kitchen, we have some good old delicious boudin balls. All right. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Today is Tuesday. I know people say it's Taco Tuesday, but in my kitchen, all things New Orleans, you're going to get what you get. All right, y'all. For joining me in my channel. This is Creole Roots 47. You're in the kitchen with Angela. If you've been looking for me, you don't need to look further. Here I am in the kitchen. You can join me on Instagram. It's AW Creole Roots 47. Also, you can reach me on Facebook, which is actually Creole Roots Washington, and of course my YouTube channel. Yes, I would like you to go ahead, subscribe, like the page, invite others to my channel, and if you have any questions or you want to learn anything from me, being a New Orleans girl and how we do things, go ahead and inbox me. I'm willing to cook at all times. Thank you so much for joining my channel, and you have a wonderful day. Bye.